Ghostly apparitions or unexplainable figures. These unbelievable entities were captured by unsuspecting drivers.
Meu Deus, que é isso, velho?
So stick around, because some of these encounters were so chilling, they even made skeptics believe in the supernatural. Late at night, a man saw a dark figure blocking the road. He stepped out, tried to push it away, but got terrified when he realized it was just cloth in his hands. Whatever was inside was gone. It didn't fall, didn't resist, just vanished like smoke. The man disappeared that night too. Only his dashcam survived, showing something that still makes people uneasy to this day. Black ghost. It was just another quiet patrol, until something unexpected appeared outside the car. A dark figure pressed its face near the window, its red eyes staring without blinking. It didn't speak, didn't move, just watched through the glass. The officer, unsure of what he was seeing, began recording. But in the blink of an eye, the figure was gone, leaving no sign behind. The footage got instantly viral, with many trying to find answers. But the officer refused to speak about the scary encounter. Witch on roof. Now, I am not sure if it is some kind of tradition to sit on roofs like this, or if the guy actually caught a witch. But one thing is certain, this was no ordinary woman. Her face, her eyes, and even the skin color. Everything gave off eerie vibes. What makes it even creepier is that no one in the neighborhood saw any such woman. In fact, no one in the area matched the description at all. So I think we all know what the guy saw on the roof that day. Dark, chasing figure. A chilling video shows a mysterious dark figure running after a car in the middle of nowhere. Its body was moving in a way that didn't seem normal. Just as the car sped up, a strange object appeared in the sky above a silent UFO hovering slowly. The two sightings happening together left viewers completely confused. Was the figure connected to the object, or was it just a coincidence? Let me know, what do you think? Walking white figure. The night was calm until something strange appeared on the road ahead. A man's headlights caught a figure standing still, fully covered in white cloth with glowing eyes, just like ghosts from horror films. But seeing it in the middle of the road felt different, like it was waiting for someone. The man didn't slow down. He didn't stop. He hit the gas and drove off fast, which, honestly, was probably the smartest thing he could have done in the situation. Driving horror.
Straight to bed when we get back, Sally.
The drive had been peaceful, with only the sound of the tires rolling on the empty road. But just as they passed a curve, something by the edge caught their attention. A tall, odd-looking figure stood quietly near the trees, its shape thin, almost stretched, and not quite human. It didn't move or react, yet its presence felt out of place. They couldn't make out a face, only a long shadow that brought to mind the eerie stories of Slender Man. They drove on without stopping, unsure whether they had seen something real or something the night wanted them to believe.
Sally, cut the camera!
Strange group.
Que é isso, véi?
In the middle of the road stood a group of people wearing long brown gowns and creepy white masks. They weren't moving or saying anything, just standing still and staring at the car. Oddly, they left a narrow space for the vehicle to pass through, as if they were waiting for it. The friends slowly drove forward, too scared to speak. Once they passed, no one looked back. Till today, no one knows who those people were, what they were doing that night.
Passa, Thiago, passa, véi. Passa, véi, acelera.
Graveyard horror. This man was driving down a quiet road late at night, with a graveyard on both sides. Everything seemed still, until his headlights caught something that made his heart race. Near one of the old graves stood a woman in white, her long hair covering most of her face. She wasn't moving, just standing there, facing the grave, almost like she was waiting for something. The air felt heavy. Night gone wrong. It was past midnight, and the road stretched out empty with no other vehicle in sight. As the man kept driving, his headlights caught something unusual up ahead. A figure in white stood right in the middle of the road, completely still and facing the car. Its shape didn't seem normal, and there was something off about the way it stood. Without slowing down, he pressed on the gas and drove past it. When he looked in the mirror, the road behind was empty again. That strange figure was nowhere to be seen, as if it had never been there. Ghost Group Ritual. Late one night, while driving home from work, a man spotted a strange scene near the edge of the road. Several people dressed in white were slowly circling around a small fire. As his car came closer, the group did something weird. They broke the circle and rushed towards the car while doing extreme shouting. I believe they were probably under the influence of some demonic power, because no human in all their senses would do such a strange act. Peaking creature. During a late-night trip through the Appalachian Mountains, when the returning camper had to stop his truck for a short break, he felt something lightly pushing the car. Moments later, a creepy eye appeared peeking slightly through the window, before quickly hiding behind the vehicle. Though it looked like a mountain lion, the guy really used some senses when he decided to not step outside of the vehicle. Dancing lady. A quiet ride near the forest took a strange turn when something unusual appeared up ahead. A woman stood in the middle of the path, moving in a bizarre way, jumping from left to right, her arms swinging in odd patterns. Her movements weren't normal, almost like she wasn't fully aware of where she was. Locals later identified her as the Serbian lady, seen in multiple viral clips, known for dancing like this in random places. People say she often chases anyone who stares at her too long. The man didn't stop to find out. He just rode past and didn't look back. Shapeshifter on dashcam. During a late drive along a silent village road, this man came across something he never expected to see. He saw a man walking calmly along the road. Nothing unusual at first, but within seconds, right in front of his eyes, the man's shifted. His body bent, arms shortened, and suddenly he turned into a dog. The transformation happened so fast, the driver could barely believe what he saw. He slowed down in fear, watching the dog run off into the fields. Was it a shapeshifter, a ghost, or just a trick of the night? Whatever it was, it didn't feel normal at all. Huge doll on road. Driving home late at night, a man took a shortcut he'd used many times before. But this time, things felt off. A strange doll-like figure sat by the roadside. He ignored it and kept going. Moments later, another appeared. He brushed it off again, but unease had set in. Then came the worst part. The same doll showed up once more, but now it moved, stepping onto the road like something was controlling it. He sped off and never took that shortcut again. Possessed girl. Late one evening, on a quiet road in India, a man riding his bike noticed a woman walking steadily along the roadside. At first, nothing seemed unusual. She looked like any other passerby, but as he got closer, she began waving her hands in odd, slow motions. Her gestures grew stranger, almost like she was trying to explain something without speaking. One hand pointed toward the ground, moving as if digging, while the other made unclear shapes in the air. There were no words, just those silent, strange actions. He didn't stop to ask questions and kept riding, leaving the odd figure behind in the dark. Figure in white. A man was driving alone when a strong wind picked up out of nowhere. Dust, leaves, and dry branches began flying all around his car, making it hard to see. As he looked ahead through the mess, he noticed a girl in white. But before he could react, she vanished, and in the blink of an eye, her pale face was pressed against his front window. The dude with all his might hit, reverse his car, and decided to never take the same route again. Creepy adventure.
Why do we just go to this quantum point and this whole person is sky?
Two friends were looking for a little fun and decided to use the Randonautica app for a random adventure. The app led them to a quiet, empty area, and that's when the mood shifted. A strange figure suddenly appeared in the distance. It didn't make a sound, but it started walking toward their car, slow and steady. The more they watched, the closer it came. Panic kicked in, and they sped off without looking back. What was meant to be just a curious trip turned into a creepy night they'll never forget.
Oh my God, bitch, I can't.
Running road figure. During a late-night road trip, this man saw something that didn't make sense. He noticed a figure running beside the road, moving at a speed nearly as fast as his car. It wasn't losing pace, and its movements looked strange, almost too smooth to be human. He tried to get a better look, but couldn't. That moment left him with more questions than answers. Road shock. Their walk home started with jokes and laughter, phone in hand, capturing every moment. But that energy shifted fast. One of the girls suddenly paused, her eyes locked on something ahead. Curious, her friend lifted the camera and zoomed in. Standing right in the center of the road was a tall, still figure, barely moving, almost like a shadow. He didn't speak or shift, just stared in their direction. The fun quickly faded into silence. Walking mystery. This man was driving alone on a quiet, dark road when he saw a lady slowly walking along the side. He passed her then. On the next bend, she was there again, walking the same way, right beside the road. At first, he thought it was just a coincidence, but after every single turn, she kept showing up in the same spot. No matter which way he drove, she was always ahead. That's when he realized something was very wrong. The road was empty, and there was no way she could appear like that again and again. Feeling scared, he turned around and drove back fast, not stopping to look back, even once. Ghostly figure. One officer decided to visit Gettysburg to see the truth behind several ghost sightings. He parked near an old battlefield area and began the recording. Exactly after 20 minutes, his camera picked up something eerie.
Holy crap. Down by the canyon, see that?
Oh, what is that?
Wait, shh. Oh my God.
No way. What is that?
I have no friggin' idea.
Did you get that on the camera?
It's recording.
Oh my gosh.
It was a ghostly figure that slowly appeared near a cannon. It wasn't very clear, but it made its presence known to the officer, who never questioned the authenticity of the ghost rumors again. Beside road. Alone on a dark highway, a truck driver caught sight of a pale figure just off the roadside, barely noticeable in the shadows, with its head slightly down. The most scary thing was its hands. Over the years, similar sightings have been reported in the same area always at night, and only by those traveling alone. Locals often refer to it as La Llorona, though no one knows for sure what it really is. What that pale shape was still remains a mystery to this day. Ghost on security cam. A strange moment was captured on a security camera near a facility in the Chile area. The clip shows a dark figure running quickly through the nearby woods. But what shocked everyone was how the figure suddenly disappeared, right in the middle of the trees, without leaving a single trace behind. Just minutes before, the nearby dogs started barking non-stop, as if they sensed something that didn't belong. The owner stepped outside to see what was going on, but found nothing unusual. Later, when he checked the footage, the sight of that vanishing shadow left him completely speechless and unsettled. Crossing road ghost. This security camera caught something that left people feeling uneasy. In the middle of the night, a pale, shadowy figure appeared on the footage. The figure was too distorted for it to be called a person. It appeared from the parked car, crossed the road like it was usual, and was nowhere to be seen. But the way the figure moved made the clip even more chilling. Spooky ghost. A group of friends went out for a late-night drive when they saw a woman sitting all alone by the side.
What the?
Stop. No,
Stop.
No, I'm not. No. Hell no.
Even more chilling, she was moving her hands above her head in slow, strange patterns, almost like she was trying to signal something. She never looked at the car, just kept doing those odd movements. The friends felt too scared to stop, but came back in daylight to find any clue of her existence.
So she came up from down there. That's had to have been why she was so wet.
But found nothing except the huge spots on the side of the road.
This was the spot that she had left. I don't know why or what was going on.
Ghost on road. A roadside security camera captured something unusual during the late hours. A pale, mist-like figure appeared on screen, slowly gliding across the empty road. It didn't have a clear shape, just a faint, ghostly outline that moved without sound or direction. Locals who've seen the footage say it's not the first time. They call it the ghost of the road, a shadowy presence said to appear often during the night. No one knows where it comes from or why it shows up, but it's always seen alone, and always disappears without a trace. Creepy humanoid. Known for sightings of a creepy, slender man-like figure, this road had always been a nightmare for solo drivers. But one guy thought it was all a joke, and decided to go anyway. He wasn't even halfway down the road when the tall, oddly thin figure appeared ahead. The moment he saw it, his car suddenly swerved to the left, on its own. Next, the figure appeared in the side mirror, and in the final moment, a herd of sheep was seen running in all directions. That was all the video captured, but the man who filmed it didn't return the same as he left. Dog man caught. In the quiet region of Petrolina, northeastern Brazil, a couple came across something that defied explanation. They were driving along a quiet road late at night when their vehicle suddenly hit a large creature. It was large, muscular, and had oddly human-like features. It didn't look like anything they had ever seen before. Some said it matched descriptions of the Dogman, a cryptid often linked to remote areas. The encounter was brief, but its effect stayed with them. Whether it was real or something else, that moment added to the growing list of mysterious sightings across Brazil. Dash cam mystery. This dash cam footage captured something that would make anyone think twice about driving through the woods at night. Right in front of a camper's car, a massive, hairy figure rushed across the road, briefly lit up by the headlights, and even though for a split second, its shape was clear. The entire encounter lasted just a few seconds, but it was enough to leave the man shaken. Whatever he saw was far too big, too strange to be any normal animal, and no matter how hard he tried, he couldn't stop thinking that he spotted an actual Bigfoot. Passenger horror. This passenger thought he was just recording an argument, but in reality, he captured something far greater. Upon reviewing the footage later, he noticed a mysterious figure in the background. There, in the overhead compartment, a strange figure can be seen lying still. It had a face, which definitely was not a human face. No one noticed it during the flight, and it didn't move at all. Was it a ghost? Let me know your opinion on this. Dog vanishing. What was this dog barking at if no one was there? A security camera captured a strange moment where a dog stood barking toward the road. The area was empty. No people, no animals, nothing visible on screen. Yet the dog seemed focused, growling as if something was clearly in front of it. Dogs are often said to sense what humans can't see, and this moment felt like proof. Then, in the blink of an eye, the dog vanished completely from view. There was no running, no sound, just empty space. The footage left viewers puzzled, unsure of what really happened. Strangelegged Woman. A security camera caught a strange moment that left many viewers shocked. A woman in a red top was seen walking calmly toward the road. Everything seemed normal until she suddenly stopped. That's when something unusual happened. Her legs began to bend backwards in a way that didn't look natural. The footage quickly spread online, and people began sharing their own theories. Some claimed it was camera distortion, while others believed it was proof of something more mysterious. Many started calling her a shapeshifter, pointing to her strange body movement. Whatever it was, the video sparked curiosity and confusion across the internet. Pale figure on road. This video from 2021 quickly went viral after several drivers spotted a small, pale figure walking slowly beside the road at night. The figure appeared thin, almost ghost-like, and its quiet movements made many people stop their vehicles in fear. For a while, no one dared to move forward, unsure of what they were seeing. The clip was shared widely, with many believing it was something paranormal, but not long after, authorities stepped in and revealed the truth. It wasn't a ghost, but a naked man wandering the road. The mystery was solved, but the footage still left viewers uneasy. Ghost chase. Dashcam footage from Saudi Arabia has left viewers unsettled. The clip shows a figure, said to be a witch, chasing a police car late at night. The most disturbing part? Her body was bent in a strange, unnatural way, and she held a long stick in her hand as she moved quickly towards the vehicle. The road was empty, and the headlights clearly caught her getting closer. It's still unclear if the video is real or not, but many who watched it creeped out in disbelief. The eerie movements alone were enough to send chills down anyone's spine. Mysterious man. On Route 221 in San Vicente, a group of travelers had a moment they won't forget. During a night drive, their headlights caught a weird-looking man walking slowly along the side of the road. He didn't flinch, didn't look up, just kept walking like nothing else existed. They filmed the figure and posted it online. The clip went viral fast. Some say it was a spirit, others think it was just a guard. Still, his silent walk in the dark left everyone feeling uneasy and confused. Guardian angel. This CCTV shows a man walking down the street when a stranger rushed up, tapped his shoulder. The moment he turned, came what looked like speeding metal bars missed him with inches. Everything happened so swiftly that it didn't make sense at first, but a replay on the security footage revealed the guardian angel. The mystery man's sole purpose was to save the guy and then disappear as if he never existed. Town ghost. A man shared a chilling footage his CCTV caught outside his brother's building. It was late at night when the security footage showed 3 shadow-like figures quietly stepping out of a nearby house. They looked like a family, tall, medium, and short, moving slowly in perfect silence. The figures calmly crossed the road and disappeared straight into a wall on the other side. The man said everyone who saw the clip was left stunned, unsure of what those shadows truly were. Middle of the road. This man was heading home around midnight when something strange stopped him in his tracks. As his headlights lit up the road ahead, he noticed a dark figure sitting right in the middle of the path. It wasn't moving, just sitting there quietly, blocking the way. He was trying to make sense of what he was seeing. The strange, distorted figure didn't stand up or respond. It just stayed still. Without waiting another second, he reversed his car and rushed back, and never took that road again at night. Creepy child. A semi-trailer driver recorded something truly strange around 3 a.m. on a lonely mountain road. Out of nowhere, a young boy appeared and ran toward the truck. Many say this matches stories of the ghost child seen on highways in Mexico, especially La Rumorosa, where truckers report similar sightings. Some believe it's a spirit, or something linked to cartel activity. A few say it's a trick used for robberies. No one really knows, but this eerie encounter is sure something out of this world. and the man quickly drove off. Strange encounter. A man while returning from a camping trip and decided to take a shortcut. He looked worried and said something while pointing behind, but his words weren't clear. The driver slowed down, unsure of what was going on. A few seconds later, he noticed a weird shape standing ahead on the road. Not knowing what it was or why the man had warned him, he quietly turned the car around and didn't return to that road again. Hanging ghost. This man was making his way through a silent road when he suddenly slammed the brakes. Hanging from a tree just ahead was a figure swaying gently, yet there were no ropes, no wires, nothing keeping it suspended. It wasn't touching the ground, and its shape looked far too human to ignore. The strangest part? It moved with the wind like it was weightless. Some who've seen the footage claim it's edited. Others are convinced it's real. But one thing's for sure. No one has ever explained what was really hanging there that night. Creepy man. Late at night, near the edge of a forest, a man spotted something unusual lingering quietly beside the road. A creepy man stood completely still, not moving even a little. He wasn't walking, waving, or saying anything, just staring straight toward the driver's direction. There was no one else around, and the road was completely silent. The figure didn't react to the car passing by, didn't blink, and didn't shift. It was like he was frozen in place, watching without reason or purpose. Haunted car wash. Watch this kid fighting for his dear life, and now watch the mother trying to get on the back seat to save her baby. It all began with a typical Halloween-themed ride, with a masked man approaching cars and tricking them. But things took a darker turn when he approached this car and opened the door without asking for permission. Luckily for the kid, his instincts kicked in, and he stopped the creep before he could even start. Otherwise, who knows what could have happened next. Mystery craft transportation.
Oh no, that's a UFO.
A flatbed truck was seen rolling down the road, carrying something huge under a white tarp. At first glance, it looked like just another big delivery, but the shape was odd. It was round, smooth, and almost too perfect. People in nearby cars started filming, wondering what it could be. Some thought that they were moving a UFO in plain sight. Others joked it was high-tech gear the public's not supposed to see. In any case, it sure was something huge. And now, let's move on to the subscriber's pick. This family was out driving late at night when their dashcam picked up something unusual. In the middle of an empty road, a dark figure appeared. No clear face, no visible features, just a shadow-like shape standing still. It didn't move, and its outline looked uneven, almost as if it was wearing a long cloak. The road was completely empty, making the figure even more noticeable. It didn't look like a person, and no one could explain where it came from or where it went. That short moment left behind a mystery that still has no answer. And with that, see you next time.